Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, pop culture, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of a dialogue. I want to thank all you guys across New Tech, that's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. Amazing 2026 so far, guys. Thank you so much for all of you here on YouTube as well. It's been an interesting journey so far, has it not?
We start things off, ladies and gentlemen, from the AP. Now, typically on Friday, you guys know I try to keep it light, bring in some levity from a lot of what goes on during the week. But this story was so huge, everywhere I looked, it was Prince Andrew and Epstein again, and it's over and over again. I think it's because a lot of the movers and shakers on social media and so forth are the ones that are most vocal about this. So we're going to cover this today on the Friday vlog. So a little bit of a change, a little bit of a difference. I'll still keep it within a certain time frame and within levels of levity here. So from the AP, former Prince Andrew arrested and held for hours on suspicion of misconduct over ties to Epstein. The former Prince Andrew was arrested and held for hours by British police Thursday on suspicion of misconduct in public office related to his links to Jeffrey Epstein, an extraordinary move in a country where authorities once sought to shield the royal family from embarrassment. It was the first time in nearly 4 centuries that a senior British royal was placed under arrest, and it underscores how deference to the new monarchy has eroded in recent years. Now, of course, if you guys keep up with what's going on with Meghan and the royal family, you know, once she married into the family and how almost destructive that has become, and we can see how that's affected Harry, how that's affected the entire family, and of course now we have this situation with Prince Andrew, which we knew obviously from images that were surfaced there from Virginia as well. Giuffre, I believe, was the one specifically that was seen in the pictures with him. And of course, we've covered Virginia here on the channel. And we're going to go over here to Nick Sorter. And, he says here, holy crap, former Prince Andrew has been arrested by British police following revelations of a newly released Epstein files, which, of course, we knew this. So we'll go ahead and take a listen to what ABC has to say here.
With his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, I want to go straight to our foreign correspondent, James Longman.
Hi, George. Yes, extraordinary news out of the UK this morning. The former Prince Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, has this morning been arrested on the Sandringham estate where he was living after having been removed, of course, from the home he was living in Windsor. The Thames Valley Police, the police here in the UK, put out a statement. They haven't named him specifically, but they are saying a man in his 60s has been arrested. As part of the investigation, they say we have today arrested a man in his 60s from Norfolk on suspicion of misconduct in public office and are carrying out searches at addresses in Berkshire and Norfolk. They say the man remains in police custody at this time. They are not, like I say, naming Andrew, but we know that it is him. This pertains to emails, we believe, that were published recently in the most recent Epstein files published by the Department of Justice, which seem to suggest, they allege that Andrew was forwarding emails to Jeffrey Epstein whilst he was trade envoy here in the UK. Now, as a public official, that is misconduct. That is what the police are alleging. That's the charges that they presumably are bringing to him if they do indeed charge him. He is under arrest and remains in custody for that.
So now you know the essential to that. And I believe this is Virginia Giuffre here. We've covered here on the channel, and sadly, she committed suicide last year. And so you guys can find that probably on the channel if you want to just see the story and coverage of her story, which is rather tragic, of course, being involved with both Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein. Here you see Ghislaine here, who had her own situation, was it this week or last, where she was being interviewed there, and then she just pled the fifth. So the interview in and of itself did not last longer than, I think, 15 or 20 minutes because she was just going to plead the fifth the entire time. So what a revelation here in the UK, and all this obviously apparently stemming from the Epstein files, which we've covered here on the channel as well. It's not a particular topic of interest of mine. It's a really tragic and terrible story that's been fumbled and bumbled. Not so much in the fumbling and bumbling of it, but the fact that you have globalists, the establishment, the deep state, you have all the power players in the world that probably have some sort of connection with Epstein because of his connections with these powerful people in one way or another. This is going back to his involvement with CIA operations and sorts of other things that he was working on and had connections with. So he was a connected individual, Epstein. And, of course, because of that, of course, he's the orbit of his circle, the people that are around him, obviously are going to be high-powered individuals. Obviously, you already know how many connections people are trying to make with Donald Trump, and then, of course, with Bill Clinton and other figures around the world, now including, of course, Prince Andrew as well. But, guys, let me know down in the comments section, have you been keeping up with the royals? Do you keep up with the royals? Has this been a subject that you're continuing to follow when it comes to the Epstein files? Let me know down there in the comments. I want to thank all you guys right now before we go into the closing for your continued support here on the channel. Lots of changes have been made to the channel in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So we're not seeing as much of a pull, as much as the activity that I would normally have. And that's because the algorithm is now adjusting to the changes that I've made to some of my settings. So, so things have been kind of a little in a slump right now on the channel, but hopefully we can turn that around. Other areas have been amazing, extraordinary, but of course we're trying to make these changes because that's what we do here on the BuzWeaver channel, to bring you guys the best information out there that's possible and to ensure, of course, that we can reach more people to be part of the community here on the BuzWeaver channel. But thank you guys so very much. And that's what I had for you this Friday.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments. And, of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include my affiliate marketing links. That would be Amazon. So if you order frequently from Amazon or are a Prime member, you can use my landing page link safely while you're online and your privacy is protected. And speaking of privacy while you're online, my favorite VPN, TrustZone, is down there. No fuss, no bloat. Get straight to what you want to do and get things done with a VPN. But nonetheless, guys, your likes, your shares, and your comments help out the channel tremendously. Thank you so very much. That includes new tech as well, as we still call it new tech, at least here on the BuzWeaver channel. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much to all of you here on YouTube. And appearing there on the screen, that'd be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as select notification. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys behind the Galaxy phone camera next week.